Now we will be starting the topic of solid shapes. That is, we will be finding the surface area of these shapes. First, what is surface area? Let's have a look at this cube. This is a cube. It has 6 surfaces, a top surface, bottom surface, and a side surface. And every edge has a length of 4 centimeters, as it is a cube, and only made up of square faces. So how many faces does it have? It has 6 square faces, each having a side of 4 centimeters. We know how to find the area of a square. It is the side square. So area of one square face is 4 times 4. 16. What will be the surface area of this cube? It will be the area of one face multiplied by 6, because all 6 faces are the same. So its area will be 96 centimeters squared, which is 16 times 6. So surface area is 96 centimeters squared. Now, what is the lateral surface area of this cube? What even is lateral surface area? This means the surface area of an object excluding its top and bottom. This is a cube. All the faces are the same, so you can keep it at any angle and exclude 2 faces opposite to each other. That will be the lateral surface area of the cube. For example, if you have a cube-shaped box, do not count the area on the bottom and the top. The remaining surface area is the lateral surface area. So lateral surface area of this cube will be one face multiplied by 4. So 64 centimeters squared. Now here we have a cuboid. Here we will call these sides as the height of the cuboid, and the breadth is the length. Now, what if we want to find the surface area of this cuboid? What do we have to do? We will find the surface area of the 2 surfaces, top surface and bottom surface, then add them up, and then find the area of the 4 side walls and add them up. That will be the total surface area. Surface area of the top and bottom will be length multiplied by breadth plus length multiplied by breadth, or 2 times length multiplied by breadth, and surface area of these walls. Let's see what it will be. It will be surface area of these 2 front and back spaces, and surface area of these walls. Let's see what it could be. It will be surface area of these front and back faces. It will be length times height. So we will have length times height plus length times height. And surface area of these side walls will be breadth multiplied by height. So it will be BH plus BH, where B is breadth and H is height and L is length. So what will you have? You will have 2 times length times breadth plus 2 times BH plus 2 times length times height. Now from these you can take 2 as a common factor, and inside you will be left with LB plus BH plus LH. So this becomes a formula of finding the surface area of any cuboid. Now what will be the formula for finding the lateral surface area? Lateral surface area means the area of only one side of the wall. Lateral surface area only means the area of the sides, excluding the top and bottom. So it'll be length times height plus length times height. Then you will do BH plus BH. So it'll be 2 times length times height plus 2 times BH. You can take 2H as the common factor, and inside you have L plus B. So 2h multiplied by L plus B. This is the formula for the lateral surface area. Now let's do some questions. Here we have a cube with a side of 5 centimeters. What is the surface area and lateral surface area? Lateral surface area of the cube is the area of this, excluding its top and bottom. All the faces of the cube are the same. That is, the area of all the faces of the cube are the same. So lateral surface area will be area of one face multiplied by 4. Because on the sides we have 4 faces and 1 face in the top and bottom. And we don't need to include the area of the top and bottom. So area of one face is side times side, or side squared. And the side is 5 centimeters, so area is 25 centimeters squared. Lateral surface area then becomes 100 centimeters squared. Now what is the surface area of the cube? Surface area is area of any face multiplied by 6. Because we have 6 faces in the cube, and all faces have the exact same area. So it will be area of one face multiplied by 6. Area of one face is 25 centimeters, then multiplied by 6 equals 150 centimeters squared. So surface area of the cube that has 5 centimeters as its side length is 150 centimeters squared. Now let's move on to our next question. We have 3 cubes. Each has a side of 5 centimeters. We have to find the surface area of the cuboid formed by joining these 3 cubes. You also have to find the lateral surface area of the cuboid. So let's start. Here we have the figure of the cuboid that will be formed by joining these 3 cubes. First, let's find out the surface area of this cuboid. Surface area of this cuboid will be surface area of 1 cube multiplied by 3 minus the hidden faces. Now let's see how many hidden faces we have and number the cubes. This will be cube 1, cube 2, and cube 3. You can see that one face of cube 1 and one face of cube 2 join with each other, so they are hidden. And this side is where we join cube 3 with cube 2. So one face of cube 1 and 2 faces of cube 2 and 1 face of cube 3 are hidden. So 4 faces are hidden. Surface area of this cube will be total surface area of the 3 cubes minus the area of 4 faces. So we have to find the surface area of 1 cube multiplied with 3 minus 4 hidden faces. Now what will be the surface area of 1 cube? It will be the area of one face of the cube multiplied by 6. Area of one face is 25, so that will be 25 times 6, then times 3. So it will be 150 times 3, which equals 450 centimeters squared. So surface area of the 3 cubes is 450 centimeters squared. Then we subtract the 4 hidden faces, which is area 1 face times 4, which is 25 times 4, which is minus 100 centimeters squared. So then you subtract that from 450 centimeters squared. That will be 350 centimeters squared. So we have calculated the surface area of this cuboid. Let's find out the lateral surface area. Lateral surface area means the surface area minus the top and bottom. We have a surface area of 350 centimeters squared. How many faces are the top and bottom? 3 are on the bottom and 3 are on the top. So you need to subtract area of 6 faces to get the lateral surface area. That becomes 5 squared times 6. 25 times 6, which equals 150 centimeters squared. Therefore, you subtract it from the original surface area, which is 350 centimeters squared. And then you get a total of 200 centimeters squared. So lateral surface area, that is the surface area of the walls of this cuboid, if you're placing this cuboid in the horizontal fashion, is 200 centimeters squared. If you keep it vertically, then the lateral surface area will be larger, and you will be subtracting the area of only two faces from 350 centimeters squared, because the top and bottom are only two faces in total. Therefore, subtract the area of two surfaces to find the lateral surface area. Now here we have our next question. Here we have another cuboid with a height of 1 centimeter, breadth 4 centimeter, and length 8 centimeter. We have to find its surface area as well as lateral surface area. Lateral surface area will be the area of the faces excluding the top and bottom. Side faces are height multiplied by breadth times 2, and the front will be length multiplied by height times 2. There are 4 faces, and 2 of which have an area of height times breadth. The other 2 have length times height. So taking h and 2 as a common factor, you're left with length plus breadth times h times 2. It is 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 8 plus 4. That is 2 times 12 or 24 centimeters squared. That is the lateral surface area of this cuboid. Now what will be the surface area? Surface area is the area of all the faces. So it will be lateral surface area plus the area of the two faces on the top and bottom. Top and bottom are length multiplied by breadth times 2, because there are 2 for the top and bottom. In total, it will be 24 plus 32 times 2, which will be, in the end, 88 centimeters squared. So surface area of this cuboid is 88 centimeters squared, and lateral surface area is 24 centimeters squared. The lateral surface area will change if you keep the same cuboid in a vertical manner. The top and bottom of these sides will be the shorter one, and the lateral surface area will increase, but the surface area will remain the same. Let's see. If we keep this cuboid in a standing fashion, then what will be the lateral surface area? Lateral surface area will be the total surface area minus the top and bottom. That is 88 minus the area of the top and bottom, which is length times breadth. Now, top and bottom will be length multiplied by breadth, which is breadth should be 1 centimeter, and then length is 4 centimeters, and then height is 8 centimeters. So, surface area minus 2 times length times breadth will be the lateral surface area. And 2 times length times breadth is 8 centimeters. Therefore, lateral surface area will be 80 centimeters squared. This will be the lateral surface area if the cuboid is in vertical manner. So that will be 80 centimeters squared. That is the new lateral surface area. Now let's move on to finding the surface area of a cylinder. But before we do that, you should know that we are talking about the right circular cylinder. What is that? Here you have two figures. One of them is a right circular cylinder, and the other is not. This is a right circular cylinder because the top and bottom are in a circular shape, and the curved surface makes a 90-degree angle with the top and bottom. So this is a right circular cylinder. And this is a tumbler. This is not a right circular cylinder. The top and bottom are oval shaped, and they do not make a 90-degree angle with the side. So it is not a right circular cylinder. We will be finding the surface area of a right circular cylinder. A right circular cylinder has 3 faces. 2 are the top and bottom, and then we have the curved surface, which is a rectangle. If you open it up, because it is making a 90-degree angle with the top and bottom. So if you cut open any right circular cylinder, you will get 1 rectangle and 2 circles. So let's take an example of a right circular cylinder. And find its surface area and lateral surface area. This is a right circular cylinder whose width is 10 centimeters and the height is 15 centimeters. We have to find its lateral surface area as well as the surface area. Now let's solve this question. If the width is 10 centimeters, it means that the diameter is 10 centimeters. If diameter is 10 centimeters, then radius will be 5 centimeters, which is 10 divided by 2 equals 5 centimeters, because radius is half of a diameter. Then we can calculate the area of the top using the formula pi r squared. The value of pi is 22 over 7, and radius is 5. So it will be 22 over 7 multiplied by 5 times 5. Therefore, area of the top will be 78.571. You can round this to 79 centimeters squared. And we know that in a right circular cylinder, the top and bottom are congruent figures. That is, they have the same diameter and radius. So the area of the top will also be the area of the bottom. So both have an area of 79 centimeters squared. Now let's find out the lateral surface area of the cylinder. That is the rectangle that is joined to form the curved surface of the cylinder. Because if you cut open the cylinder, the curved surface will be a rectangle. Now we know the area at the top and bottom of the cylinder. We need to find out its lateral surface area. We know that the curved surface of a right circular cylinder is actually a rectangle if you cut it open. Now, what will be the length of this rectangle? It will be the same as the circumference of the top. Now we can find out the circumference of the top using the formula 2 pi r, and it will be 2 multiplied by 22 over 7 multiplied by 5. That will be 31.428 or 31 centimeters. So 31 is approximately the length of this rectangle. We can find out the area by multiplying length with breadth, where length is 31 and breadth is given as 15 centimeters. So the area of this rectangle will be 465 centimeters squared. So we have calculated the lateral surface area as 465 centimeters squared, and we have already calculated the area of the top and bottom. So total surface area of this right circular cylinder with the width of 10 centimeters and the height of 15 centimeters will be lateral surface area plus the area of the top and bottom. So it will be 465 plus 79 plus 79, which equals to 623 centimeters squared. So total surface area is 623 centimeters squared, and lateral surface area is 465. Let me repeat the question. We have a right circular cylinder with a width of 10 centimeters and height of 15 centimeters. Width of the cylinder is 10 centimeters, which means this is also the diameter. So radius will be 5 centimeters. And then we can calculate the area of the top using the formula pi r squared, which is 22 over 7 multiplied by 5 times 5, which equals 79 centimeters squared, which is rounded. So the area of the top is 79 centimeters squared. The bottom is also 79 centimeters squared because top and bottom are congruent figures. Now lateral surface area is the rectangle, whose length will be equal to the circumference of the top, and the circumference is calculated using 2 pi r. 2 times 22 over 7 times 5, which is 31.428, or 31 centimeters squared. So length is 31 centimeters. Width is already given as 15 centimeters, which is the height of the cylinder. So area of this rectangle is 31 times 15, or length times breadth, which equals to 465 centimeters squared. This is the lateral surface area. And we have already calculated the area of the top and bottom, which is 79 centimeters squared. So surface area will be 465 plus 79 plus 79, which equals 623 centimeters squared. So surface area of the cylinder is 623 centimeters squared.